Yo, everybody. Game of the day from the Sinquefield Cup, round 2, had to be Levon Aronian and his beautiful win as white over Bulgaria's number 1, Veselin Topalov. And this was a game for the ages. We've seen Aronian lose to preparation. Well, I think he returned the favor here today. This is an A6 Slav, very typical these days of high-level play. C5, of course, one of the common ways to deal with that. White holds the center. And this is all typical here, gaining space, and one of the reasons black plays the move a5 is he doesn't want to let white play a4 and really own the queen side. So as I said, this is typical, but the way Aronian deals with it, not so typical. He takes on e4 and brings the knight to the edge of the board, which normally weak. In this situation, there must have been preparation, because after f4, black doesn't have very many good options. If he en passants on f3, white can take back with the knight and hold a very good center, and that queen may be a little precarious there. Don't forget that white won this pawn on a5. Sort of strange, you may think, but it's a passed pawn. So Topalov plays h6 and takes on h3 with the idea of following through with this combination that, in the end, looks like black is winning material and up the exchange. But one of the biggest lessons for chess players is to understand that the initiative and the ability to create threats is far more important than what the chess gods have declared as the value of the pieces are. So you can remember that. And here we're going to see examples of why people say the two bishops are sometimes better than a rook and the knight. Queen to d2, exclam viach, boomtown. The point is I'm threatening bishop to g2 as soon as I castle long. And black is going to lose the queen over there if he's not careful. So at some point the queen retreats back right after castles long. But now it's time for the center to open, and what better way to do that than bishop to g2 with the threat of d5. So, of course, queen to c4 check is played. Any other retreat would allow d5 by white, and things are just opening up in a way that's too much for the king in the center and the undeveloped rooks. But even with this check, and I wasn't so sure how strong the attack would be here, but there's no real way to deal with protecting the c6 pawn. If you play rook to c8, d5 is still an issue that's coming, and the queen may actually find herself in big trouble. Though in the end, I think that Topalov probably wishes queen e6 is a move he could have back, because after d5 and queen f5 check, maybe he felt that once he could castle long, he'd be totally safe and out of the woods. Unfortunately, it still wasn't enough to parry off the threats of these two just incredibly dynamically placed bishops, just fantastically pointing toward the king on the queen side. The knight on a6 is out of play. Too many concrete threats in this position, including just picking up the c6 pawn, and maybe we'll deliver a crisscross mate against the king on the queen side if we're lucky. There's other simple moves too, like just queen up to d4 and then inching her way into b6. So after queen f6 check, king to b1, queen f5, maybe Topalov hoped a repetition would be had, but Aronian just gaining a little time on the clock, enough to play d7 followed by bishop to d4, and under time pressure Topalov proved he just couldn't find all the moves, succumb to the awesome power of the bishops, the bishop pair showing exactly what they can do, flexing their muscles. And here white shoots up a piece. After the rook takes on h8, white will be playing d8 queen. That's promotion town if you're keeping track at home. And just like that, Aronian has won a brilliant game today in the Sinquefield Cup. And I hope you enjoyed this very quick, designed to be that way, SportsCenter style recap here for YouTube. See everybody on Chess.com. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter at Daniel Rensch, and follow the games live on Chess.com TV. You can follow all the games by the best chess players in the world being played in St. Louis right now. See you around on the main site.